Alright, so I'm sorry for if there are any noises in the background. My family is still awake. It is not everyone's gone to bed yet, so I apologize if you hear some like TV in the background. I turned off all my fans, so I'm gonna be sweating through this. So sorry, I burped. Excuse me. And so something I want to talk about is Halloween. So something that I've noticed is that as soon as like no, as soon as October starts, you're putting up Halloween decorations. The neighbors are like, "Ah, damn it, it's 12 o'clock," and the neighbors are already putting up their Halloween decorations. That's literally us. Just we've never put them up on 12 a.m. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make a few chuckles or something. I don't know. And so, you're always like I've always been like every year I'm gonna hit up the whole neighborhood. And I remember one year I was gonna hit up the whole neighborhood, but my sister wanted to go home, and unfortunately I am a minor, and so my parents were like, "No, you gotta come back here," and I'm like, "Oh crap," cause like, but so tomorrow is currently October 30th, 2020. Yes, I survived the coronavirus. So in case there's any kids who are like, "Wow, some kid who survived the coronavirus," wow, yes, it was real. Um, and if there's a chapter for every day in it, like, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on. But I guess that's kind of what I am supposed to be doing. So you're always like, yeah, I'm gonna exercise so I can train my body. You do it once, you do it like 5 houses, you're like, alright, I'm going back. And finally on Halloween, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna eat so much candy, I'm gonna get type 1 and type 2 diabetes. And I'll be on the toilet for 4 days. Um, and you're always like, yeah, I hope I get a few king size candy bars. In none of the neighbors, like I remember my first Halloween. I've lived in this house for 3 or 4 years. The first or second Halloween, some guy served out full size candy bars. We don't like him that much. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not. You probably expected me to say his name, but he served out full size Hershey bars, and you know, like it's you're always like this year I'm like I'm gonna be a tinfoil knight, and I literally made a sword and everything, and so my dad takes me to the Halloween store. Well, Spirit. Is that trademarked? I hope they don't sue me. Hopefully it's not. We'll just call it Spurt from now on. So we went to Spurt and I saw a Corf suit. Just put an M instead of a C or something. I don't know. I just don't want to get sued. Um. Oh wait, I can say Spirit because, well, Ghost. So the Ghost store. I don't know. Well, we'll just call it Spirit. And so we go there and there's this morph suit. I'm just gonna say it. And so my dad says, "You got $40 to spend because you know Spirit is all like, oh, this suit costs $10. Let's make it 35. Literally $35 for a suit. But hey, it's from Spirit, you know? Maybe it has a magic ability that it will give you. I farted again. I mean, not farted, I burped. And so maybe it has this magical ability where it'll give you all the full size candy bars. I don't know. I've never worn a costume from Spirit. I don't think so. Like, this is the first year. Um, and so, like, you're always like personally, I am the type of kid who takes most of the candy from bowls. And like, whoa, 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 why? Well, the thing is, there's like 8 kids in my neighborhood, and I don't know if most of the kids probably just stay in and play video games, you know. So like me and my next door neighbor were like we're best friends in this neighborhood. You know, if our best friends, it's weird, cause you have like a best friend down where you used to live, but you got a best friend up here. So when they're over, they're like, "So who's the best friend though?" And I'm like, "You guys are." And you know, and so back to the story. Well, not story, but whenever you're trick or treating, like, I don't know if it's true or not that if you, the better costumes get the, better candy. And I remember, like, so you know Funtime Freddy from FNAF? I wanted to buy a costume, but I'm that type of person where it has to be really cool if I want to wear it. So I see this costume and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. $510 for, like, I get it. It took a lot of time and effort, but probably cost $30 to make. Like, maybe if it was like an exact replica and literally made out of metal, maybe that'd be a good price. But you could totally tell it's freaking paper. Like, what? What? Like, people, and I hate it how, people are online being like, oh, I'll just never mind. They'll, like, sell, like, a Big Daddy figure. I play a lot, I love BioShock. The second one's my favorite, considering no one likes that one. I personally play it for the drill. But they'll be like, but you do realize someone can just buy a 3D printer and create all the stuff they want. You know? Like, hey, Grandpa, that's a cool, army helmet. Can I have it? Oh, maybe when you're an adult. I'll just 3D print one. Like, why are you selling it for so much? The game costs $5 now. I got both games for $20, and that was in, like, 2013. Like, and BioShock wasn't even, like, a super, super popular game. It was in a Simpsons episode, of course, but, like, it was not that popular. You know? So, like, why are you selling it for $120? It's an action figure. Like, it's not even a Funko Pop. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 Funko Pops. And I don't know why, it's giving me a feeling of joy. And so, like, why? And so, like, people sell stuff for the most amount of money. Like, I saw a Big Daddy Rosie head. It didn't even look that cool. It was just like a old scuba diving suit with a net over it. Like, that's it. Like, what if it was antique? I know people are going to be like, oh, you could just create one. But the thing is, I don't have a 3D printer or anything like that. I'm sorry if my voice is going all over the place. It's just I'm in my bed currently, and I'm moving around a lot. And so, in Halloween, you'll always be like, yeah, I'll take my bike this year. And someone tell you no, because then you're going to have to ride, stop, over and over and over and over again. Like, why? Like, why can't we have, treadmill sidewalks? I would personally love that in the future. Like, there's going to be a normal sidewalk and a treadmill sidewalk. Like, 2 treadmill sidewalks. Ones that go right and ones that go left, for back and forth. Like, why can't we just have those in our freaking neighborhood? People can run on the road. It's not like we're in a freaking NASCAR derby. It's not like people are drifting around. Plus, I live in a neighborhood of old people. Why can't there be those sidewalks? Like, I get it. Kids are going to use those and abuse them, but still, like, why don't you just charge them? That's their fault. And, because, like, here's the thing. After the first 2 blocks, your feet are fine, then they start to get tired, and then you just keep walking, and eventually your legs are just like, I'm going to give up pain. I'm tired, and we're just about to eat a bunch of candy, gain 2 pounds, get both types of diabetes. So screw it. And so, like, another question is, why does people make black licorice? The 10 people in the world that like it cannot support your whole funding, Like, and why do people give it out? Like, I remember people can give out the weirdest stuff on Halloween. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I remember I'm so glad I don't have that person who gives you toothbrushes or mini Bibles or apples. But I remember once this guy didn't have enough candy, so he gave me a Dr. Pepper. And I would much rather have that than candy. I even though I'm not like I like Dr Pepper, but I've had way too much of it. Like um, I still drank that. I'm like woohoo! Like I don't know why I was so happy when I got it. You know, like, and there are people who there are different types of people in this world. Can you believe some people? My favorite candy is Skittles. Are you gonna argue? All right. Now a lot of people like that. So luckily, I'm not that person who's like, oh yeah, black jelly beans are my favorite. I hate black jelly beans. But like, people literally say Skittles are ripoffs of M&Ms. Skittles are much better than M&Ms in my opinion. Because M&Ms, they're all one flavor. Like, the only good thing about them is that they're bite-sized and they don't melt in your hand. But guess what? You can... But guess what? You can do that with a Hershey's bar. Sure, it melts in your hand, but guess what? Just eat it with the wrapper. Or something. I don't know. Or why don't you snap off a piece and eat it like normal people do? Well, I don't want to shame people for not being normal. Like, it's okay if you take a bite into chocolate. I don't care if you eat the Kit Kat without separating it. I did it once. I slept in holy water all night. No, I'm kidding. Alright. But, like, don't be that type of person who's like, what? You look, Whoppers, bet, ew. You're disgusting. You all a mistake. Like, I like Whoppers, personally. Like, I think, this is what I think it is. I think it's a ball of wafer and chocolate. It's the same thing as a Kit Kat, just in a ball form. That's how I think of it. Like, literally, like, my sister, like, you can have all my Whoppers. Like, don't judge person because of what they like. You should judge their tongue. Like, why can't we just like everything? World hunger would probably be solved. I don't know. And, you know, there are types of people who are like, who like, I don't like people who just leave your bowls out. Here's what happens. If you leave your bowl out, and take one or two pieces, I'll take the half the bowl. And you want to know why I do that? Because they're too lazy to get up from their rump and give out free candy. You know? Like, why do people do that? Like, if there's ever a witch's hand, I think what they do is, they, like, sense if you're taking more than you should. If one of those ever appears on me, I'm just gonna freaking shake that thing around. Because when I get startled, I get punchy. You know, like most humans. Literally. I was having a Nerf war with my friend, and so he scared me, and I knocked some plates off. Like, not glass plates, he has these, like, weird, well, not weird, these, like, things, these, like, plates, they're hard to explain, they're, like, Velcro. Whatever cowboy hats, there's, like, cheap ones that have those, like, weird, like, lines to them, you know. The ones that you, like, can pull apart or something. And so I knocked two of those down. I literally almost punched my sister once. She scared me once. Like, it was like night, and I'm trying to get a Cactus Cooler, cause well, I love Cactus Coolers. They're my favorite soda. And so she scares me, and I'm literally almost punched her. If my Cactus Cooler wasn't open, she'd have a black eye and a bloody nose. Somehow my fist can hit like double the area, you know. And like, you know, whenever you're trying to punch something, it doesn't break. But when you don't want to break something, you freaking demolish the whole thing into a million bajillion pieces. And like on Halloween, I hate it whenever parents are like, "Aren't you a little old to be trick or treating?" Since I live in a neighborhood of mostly old people, I'm like, "Aren't you a little old to be alive?" And and if they argue with me, I'm like, well, you started it, you know. I know it's like a kid thing to say. Well, I am a minor, but and another thing, I know it's been like my voice just cracked. I think it, even though I was talking about 7 minutes ago about how like better costumes equal better candy. I don't know if I talked about this, and like some kids just don't have the right money. Like, and the thing is, costumes get expensive. Um, like I don't know why, but one time I wanted an Ironhide costume because I thought it looked cool. So like in the middle of freaking July, I got a costume of Ironhide, and I was like super excited for it. You know, the live action version, not the cool Cybertron one. Um, but like you got people who are literally skeletons made of glass, and you got me over here in a freaking morph suit. Um, but the thing is, the one good thing about Halloween is you can scare people, and people can't really like tell a teacher about it because it's a spooky month. And I hate those kids. All right, let me tell you, kids 7 and younger, or even if you tattle, there's a difference between telling and tattling. Tattling is saying something like, Johnny, Johnny cheated in basketball, or Tyler won't let me play his game, or Tyler won't let me play on his 3DS. That is tattling. Telling is like, yo, Tyler just punched me in the face and kicked me, and Tyler just stole my lunch money. There's a difference, you know? So, and like, the thing is, Robert, like, if I'm ever a store owner, I'm literally gonna, like, on Halloween, I'm gonna have, like, a shotgun under the counter for days like Halloween, like, everyone, like, I'm gonna have a shotgun under the counter, because, like, people can be in costumes, because, like, when you're wearing a costume that has a mask that you can't see your identity at all, you know, cops might be a little suspicious. But Halloween, cops are like, meh, and so they can rob a bank. So, and how is it gonna be this year? Like, 2020. Like, like people aren't like, what if they make a bunch of rules like tomorrow? Like, warning, kids, before you go trick or treating, you must wear a mask. Throw a rock at the door, and the person will throw you candy. Like, I would not follow the rules personally. Like, what's the cop? What, are they gonna send the freaking military after me to go roll in 2 tanks and be like, sir, you are 9 feet away from that person. You will back up now, and they'll just shoot a bunch of freaking missiles at me. Like so many kids would die that day if that what's happened. Like, I am gonna wear a mask on the outside, so people are like, "Are you wearing a mask?" Like my costume has a mask. And I don't know why, like, people are like, I get it, you have to wear a mask, but people are like, like, you are super strict about it, or like, you don't care about the mask at all. Like, personally, my family does believe in masks and stuff. Like, it's okay if you don't want to wear a mask, but I do recommend it. And so, people are, so, like, I'm just gonna wear a mask on the outside, because people probably won't be able to see the inside of my mask, you know? And, like, it's hard to believe that, like, people don't give out candy. Like, why? It's Halloween. This is the one time kids get candy. Like, I remember I went to so I live in a really small place. Like, not really small, but, you know, it's nothing popular. Like, San Francisco or Las Vegas. And so, like, everyone's going to this one place, and I'm talking, there are literally lines. Like, I don't care if it's 2 people, but I'm talking, it's like a ride to Goliath at Six Flags. Like, like, or we go ride the M&M coaster. You'll go up to a house and they'll have like a whole piece of black licorice cut into 10 pieces, and they'll give you one, and they'll take it back, and they'll give it to you, and they'll take that piece that I give you, cut in half, and say, I gave you a little extra. Like, and you got people like, I like the people who are like who don't buy the bad candy, you know. Like, it's okay if you buy the bad candy, but, you know, they're just people who don't care, and, like, why? Why? And, like, I was getting 10 pieces of candy in, like, 20 minutes. That's one piece of candy for 2 minutes. And so we go to another neighborhood, yeah, everyone there's just like every 5 houses someone would give you something. So we returned to my neighborhood, and it was like kind of slow, but there were like no kids whatsoever. That Halloween, I got 90% of my candy from not my neighborhood and a Dr. Pepper. Maybe I'll make a Thanksgiving and Christmas one of these, and maybe next Halloween I'll make another one of these. If you actually enjoyed this, and, like, if I see a bunch of people like, bro, you need to make another one of these, I will make another one of these. There'll be a Thanksgiving and Christmas one. Hopefully, I don't know. Something bad could happen to my phone. My PlayStation's currently not working super well. I don't know if I can record on it. So, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. It's free, or don't. It's not like Twitch. I hope you liked. And see you guys next time.